Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Hey, how's
Can
it
you
going,
hear me?
everyone?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm just learning this thing. And then we got Wes from Whatever Cast with us too. How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Had a pretty long day, but yeah, man, congrats on 100.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I couldn't get the sound working on that thing. I don't know why it does that. I'll have to figure that out. But
You have to check. You have to check the little box that says share sound too.
okay, all right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm doing this really to just play with this and learn this program, I went ahead and upgraded it so I could get plenty of stuff going on, and so oh, look. You know who that is in the chat? That's Kizzy's.
Yeah, I see that. What's up,
Yeah.
buddy?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a snafu, Chris. Sorry about that. That's a good friend of mine. That is my best friend in the entire world, as a matter of fact. He's on the other side of the Red River from me. So yeah, it's good to see you, Chris. Thanks for watching, man. But anyway, yeah, I've only been doing this live streaming thing for about 2 months. I started it couple of weeks before the Friday Night Tights meetup in Dallas. And I had lost my job at Libby, 2001, I think. All good. Congrats. Yeah. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. I lost my job. I was in a manufacturing job, Wes, for Jimmy knows this already. I lost my manufacturing job January 1st of last year of 21. I had been there for 18 years, but hey, it was a blessing in disguise. I was about ready to pull my hair out being at that place. I was a bartender for 18 years, and then I was in manufacturing for 18 years. I never thought in a million years I'd be in a manufacturing plant, but I got what I wanted out of it. I got a college degree out of it that I'll probably never use again, but my mom's happy about me getting a degree. And I also got a pension. So I actually got, I got a job. I got a job there 2 years, I think, before they stopped offering pensions. So I got that coming to me when I'm a little older. But I decided I had 3 months worth of severance, and I remodeled the house. As you see right here, this room I'm in right now, it's a half of it's my studio for doing artwork and doing the YouTube thing. And the other half is my wife's craft room, which is blowing up. I'm about to be in a shed out back here pretty soon because I got stupid and bought her a Cricut, and now she's making all kinds of stuff. She's working on merch for me, though. I got some really nice coffee mugs, and she's working on hats and stuff like that. So hopefully this goes in the right direction. I mean, it's going up pretty fast right now. So half is mine, she says. That's her in the chat. Yep.
Yes.
And Jimmy, tell them what you guys do. Tell them what you do, man.
So basically what I'm trying to do now is I used to work on a story when I was a kid, about 8 years old, called The Justifiers. High school had really started taking off with it. Unfortunately lost all the written copies that I had when I was cleaning out my room with my mom one day, and the computer it was on had since been donated and scrubbed. So
you gotta treat that like gold, brother. Now. You gotta treat it like gold.
Yeah. But also part of it was before, like up until last year, I was working retail, and I just didn't have the mental facilities to start writing again because I was just so tired from that job. And I did that for about 16 years. But now I work at a biotech company, and it allows me a little bit more time to do stuff like this. So I'm looking to get back into the writing scene again.
Yeah. And Wes, introduce yourself to the guys. I mean, these folks probably don't know you as well as I do. I've been watching you for a while. I watch you at work. You're a late night guy, so yeah.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, my name's Wes. I have a channel called Whatevercast where I talk about current events, pop culture, and whatever the heck I want to. And then I have a channel called Whatever Gaming where I do modern and retro gaming streams. And then I also have a channel that's kind of I have a conspiracy channel where I talk about all things conspiracy related, New World Order, things that go up in the night, ETs, UAPs, UFOs, that kind of stuff. And I'm writing an animated series right now called Conspiracy Chronicles. It's about this guy, Conspiracy Guy, and he basically boy meets girl, boy loses girl. To heal his broken heart, he ends up going up into the woods, and he encounters trouble with these bikers, and goes down the rabbit hole and becomes Conspiracy Guy. And so we've got I've got 10 episodes planned for the first season of that, and it culminates in the confrontation with the bikers. And I hope people enjoy it.
Nice.
It sounds cool, man. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I love your whatever cast. You guys get in some really good conversations over there. And his stuff, Man, some of the guys he has on, that Woke Down guy, I love that guy. Isn't that his name? Woke Down?
Wake down. Yeah.
Wake
But,
Down. That's it. Wake
Instead of
Down.
wake up,
He
wake
is
down. Yeah.
awesome. That's it, man. He is awesome. I love that guy. But I think I watched you on Nick's show. I think you were on a Toxic Tuesday once. It was either
I
there.
was. It was. I did Point Break and Heavy Metal. Yeah.
Okay, Heavy Metal. That's where I saw you the first time, and yeah, that these guys are on late, man. They start about 9 o'clock at night, and I hate it because the only time I can really watch them is on Mondays and Tuesdays because that's when I'm off, or excuse me, tonight and Monday. Yeah, guys like Wes inspired me to get into this, Jimmy, and do this. I'm hoping to turn it into something. I mean, I started with I actually started on Twitch because I was under the impression. Now I was at a hockey game. We have a college level hockey team here in Shreveport, believe it or not, called the Mudbucks, and they were an offshoot of a semi-pro team that won championships in the league down here. It was I think it was in a Dallas league, but they kept winning. And it ticked off the whole league because we're the one team in Louisiana that was playing in it, But anyway, I was at one of those games and I tried to go live and it said you had to have 1,000 subscribers. I didn't know that was just for the mobile version of it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that when you got on YouTube, you could do it anytime you wanted to. You just weren't going to be monetized or anything like that. So I decided to start doing it on Twitch to begin with, and I just uploaded everything later. And now, actually, for the first time tonight, what I do there's Darius. What's up, Darius? How you doing? Thanks for coming, man. Tonight's going to be my first video game broadcast because I think I'm going to just go ahead and broadcast everything here to get my hours up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do my Papa Joe Gamer up way too late thing here tonight. I play games for about 3 hours from midnight to 3. It's on my nights off. Wes, you don't know this about me, but I work from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. That's why I'm always on your streams. And sometimes I'll disappear because I answer phones for Louisiana Association on Compulsive Gambling. Okay.
Oh.
And
well, those would be good hours for that.
Yeah. I mean, that's, they need people that know what they're doing. And I basically joined the family business after I lost my job at Libby. My wife was a counselor for him at the time. She had actually gone through their residential treatment, in 2011, around Thanksgiving. She had a bad bout with it, and she bounced back, and she was a counselor for him whenever now she's just answering phones for a utility place. Hey, Mark, what's going on, man? Oh, I see you're there. Good deal. There's Mark.
Yeah, I'm here in both places.
Yeah, you are. I'm glad you hit the chat, man. I've got it. This is the first time I've run this program. I've been doing everything in OBS Live, so I'm not used to this.
Well, if you can handle OBS, you should be able to do StreamYard, right?
Yeah, this is easy. It's just I've got a few tweaks I got to learn because I had a video package I was trying to play at the beginning, but there was no sound, and I didn't know that there's a box you got to check to get it going. How are you, my brother?
Yeah, very good. Congrats on the 100. Yep, and
yeah. I appreciate it, man.
Here's to 1,000 before you know it, right?
Let's hope, man. Let's hope.
Yeah, well, you got to do it to have fun, right? So I mean,
yeah, that's it.
That's why I do it. Have a great time and hanging out with people, and especially when the vid hit, that was a way to connect with people when you couldn't travel or do things. So
yeah,
it's a great way to talk. I love talking comics and toys and those kind of things. So
yeah,
conventions were
Jim,
shut down.
You need to follow this guy right here. You see, I told you about his room. Look at that stuff. I mean, trust me, my guy Jim there is jealous right now. He really is. Guarantee you that. He hangs with a guy named, and he couldn't be here tonight, but a guy named Clobbering Times that you'd really enjoy too. He owns it. Does he still own the store down at
No. He used to own a store years ago, and then I guess he ran a store for someone else. But that's when I first found him on YouTube. I'm like, this is like hanging out in my old comic book shop, which unfortunately had closed down a bunch of years ago. So I had to, was stuck getting my comics on the internet online. And that's what's great, great about YouTube and this technology and hanging out with everyone. And
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how I met Jim up there. I met him on a video game. We played DC Universe Online together, and that's how I met him. And I try to, when I'm traveling around the country, I try to meet these guys in person. You make great friends online, but to meet them in person is a totally different thing. And when we went and saw my dad, about 5 years ago, Jim?
Yeah, I think it was about 5 years ago.
My dad lives in the Norfolk area, and Jim's up around the DC area. Okay, so what I did was me and my wife took a day trip, and we actually have another friend we play with. We call him Knock. His first name's Ron, and we went and picked him up. He's in rural Virginia, and we picked him up. He's about halfway to DC, and then we got Jim there, and we went to Outback, and we all ate dinner together, and then we dropped them all back home. It was a fun trip, though. I mean, we got some great pictures out of that. I'll pull that stuff up here in a minute. But Mark,
did you have a bloomin' onion?
No. The last time I had a bloomin' onion at Outback, I got so sick. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if it was that or something else they served me, but I'm scared to death of them now.
Oh man.
So yeah, but hey, the reason why we went there is because Ron is in love with the bread. That Knock is his favorite thing, is that brown bread they bring you to the to cut on the board and everything. But Mark, real quick, I know your time's limited. You got a stream starting in about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah,
so
thereabouts. Yep.
Let the folks know about. I think now I want to make sure I can remember this. Where did I see you first? I don't think might have been a mod on one of. Are you a mod on Wes's channel?
I don't think I'm a mod on Wes's, but
it might have been on
been
one of the Toxic Tuesday shows.
Toxic Tuesday,
yeah.
Possibly
Guys, if you've never seen the Toxic
the old
Tuesday
channel,
show,
maybe, right? Yeah.
Or the guy, one guy I wish could have been here tonight, but he's working, is that 70s rock fan. He does
great guy.
He does a lot of movie stuff. Anyway, when they do movie reviews and stuff, Mark puts together all the visuals for them, and he's a big behind the scenes guy. And that I'd pull my hair out doing that, man. Kudos to you. I am not
Thank
worthy.
you. Yeah. Well, when I do something, I tend to go overboard. Being an engineer and a perfectionist. That's learned that from my dad. You try to do sometimes I get yelled at, like, just let it go, or don't don't it's okay, it'll work, right? But especially when you're talking about movies, I think the first time I did that, we were doing Band of Brothers. I was with Paulie and
the series on HBO.
We did. Pat S, if you know Pat S, had set up a stream to honor, I think it was it the 40th or 50th anniversary of the Band of Brothers. And so I was going to be on with I think it was Comics Division and Paul, and I said, well, let me do some screenshots of the episode, because kind of puts you into the show, and who wants to look at my ugly mug, 40 minutes. So and then I had the idea, and then I kind of refined it. So then we do Toxic Tuesday. And then what I've been doing is, whenever we have any nudity or something funny, I'll put Mads or Nick, to cover up the naughty bits.
Right. I hear you.
Fun with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's funny. Yeah, I noticed. I think it was the last one I was on with 70s. It was Zardoz. You would put somebody's face on his crotch, man. Whose face was that? I can't remember who it was.
It might have been Mad. Yeah.
Oh my God, man, that's hilarious. But yeah, you do a great job at that, man. Kudos to you.
That's a lot of fun. That's
pretty damn cool. Yeah. Now, what is your Sunday night show? Is what now?
Sunday Night Geekery. Yep.
Okay.
So I just, like you, got to work during the day, but I figured Sunday night was always, there's some really big streamers on, but there's always going to be big streamers on. So
you just got to find a place to do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Sunday night's always good for me. It's the end of the week, and you're getting ready for work on Monday. You're just, just hanging out, and and it's just a general topic. Whereas tonight we'll talk a lot of Star Trek. Nichelle Nichols.
How late? Yes. I've actually got that queued up to look at here in a minute. Yeah, it's a shame. Matter of fact, let me find that real quick. You guys go ahead and vamp for a second. I'm gonna find that because there is some great stuff there. There really is. There's
What
another
they
game that I play called Star Trek Online, and you're not gonna believe what's going on in that game right now. Go
I
ahead.
play that
Austin.
once in a
what they
while.
did to Uhura, I guess, in Strange New Worlds.
Mhm.
I mean, how can they even call that Uhura? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's really, yeah. I mean, that's
Did you see the clip? I had clipped it, but I didn't have the heart to put it on YouTube. But Uhura for the win. I think it was in the 3rd episode when she's with the engineer and they fix something in the ship and she does something great and she cheers. She's like, Uhura for the win. I'm like, this is so
No,
not
no.
Uhura.
I
mean,
didn't
I'm
see
sure
that.
it's nothing against the actress. That's how they tell her to.
I've been
perform and do
watching it,
but
and it's
just-
okay.
just-
But I had given up on Trek, like, I want to say 4 episodes into season 3 of Discovery. Oh my God, that went so far off the rails. I was just like, what in the hell is going on here?
Yeah,
You know?
I would just like to know who would win a marathon, Tilly or New Uhura.
Right?
I'm
Yeah,
voting-
I mean,
no,
Tilly
no,
set
no,
the
no.
record. So
No, it's got to be Tilly because she can stop running for like 5 minutes, go have a side adventure, meet someone from another planet who can reform dilithium crystals, which they forget about in the 3rd season, and then actually come back and win the marathon against guys that look like they're fitness addicts. So for me, it was kind of not so. I call myself dimensionally challenged. I mean, I actually when I watched that live the first time, I actually rewound it to like check did she actually stop, how long did she stop running for, and then she came back and won, and it's not like she
she didn't just win; she set the record.
Yeah. So and it's
Mhm.
not like she looked like like 7 of 9 or someone who like really fit really fit. She ain't so skinny. Not that I can talk, but yeah. But I vote for Tilly then because she's got that superpower. Yeah.
Well, before
Well,
you get
it's
out of
like-
here, I want to show you what's going on Star Trek Online right now. Check this out, guys.
They have a tribute, I hope. Or,
They put dude, gamers do some really cool stuff. Let me tell you, Star Trek Online put out this statement, and this is the game developers said,
Okay.
words cannot express the pain we feel at this loss. The world has lost one of its best and brightest lights today. Farewell, Nichelle. Thank you for breaking new ground, for brightening our hearts, and for always being a source of joy. And in the game, they're telling people what stance to use, and they're doing tributes in the game.
Oh, great.
Okay,
That's nice, yeah.
that one there is pretty cool, and this one's even bigger. Look at how many characters.
Wow.
These are all individual players.
You've made it as a YouTuber. You've got my sponsor has appeared on your channel now.
Uh-oh, look out. Yeah. Oh, no. How do I block these guys? Oh, my gosh.
So click
block user. I got
the 3 dots.
The 3 dots, yeah.
Got it.
But just make sure not to block a friend. I've been
right.
blocked.
Don't want to
Friendly
do that.
fire happens once in a while. Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. That's no good. But yeah, I wanted to show you that before you got out of here. I know you're a big Star Trek fan. I know Flobby does
that's
that
great to
Saturday
see.
night Star Trek show, but yeah, they're doing tributes all over the game server on Star Trek Online tonight for her.
But on that note, I appreciate that, and glad to be here, and hopefully stream you guys again soon. But I gotta run and head off to another virtual.
Yes,
con.
and I hope you're still going. I'm going to check into Culture Casinos, and I hope you're still going by the time I get off, so I can go lurk in there. So.
Or watch the rewind. Yep.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Yep. Congrats, Joe. Yep. Be good. Yep. Take care. Thanks. Nice to meet you guys. Yep. Take care. Yep.
We got somebody to replace him coming in here. Look out.
Uh-oh.
Look
out. Hey,
everybody.
Everybody
get your mind right. Culture's here. What's going on, Big Daddy? How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I was just filling out the time over there on Lorena's channel. We had our regular Florida show. That was lots of fun. Of course, I'm here before my show. right?
Yes, sir.
But I'm glad to be here, man. This is every time you get one of these milestones, and I'm sure everybody's already said this, including Wes, who's had a lot of milestones, and some of them more than once, anyway. but they're huge. They're big moments, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I received an invitation, so thank you for that.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something, guys. Let me get Ironcaster in here, and then I got to tell you about my man Culture here. Hey, Ironcaster, how you doing?
Doing all right. Just got to fight with my camera.
Oh man, check it out. He's got Nightcrawler there, Jim.
That's mutant.
Cool.
One of my favorite X-Men.
Cool.
Yeah, I love him. Culture, guys. I met him in person at the Friday Night Tights meetup in Dallas at Gators.
Yeah,
and
it was great.
It was so funny because I got in there. My wife, she's great. I call her the Royal Fox. She's just one of the best. Anyway, she got me a hotel room because Culture, I'm not kidding, right around the corner from that joint. That's why I had so many beers that night. I didn't give a shit. I was walking.
That's awesome. That was awesome.
So anyway, I show up there at like 4:00 in the afternoon, and there's like 2 people eating in the place, and Brahma comes walking in, and I didn't recognize him. I had seen him before on Thursday Night Throwdown.
Yeah.
Right. But I didn't recognize him. And then you come walking in, and I said, okay, I've seen that guy before on Thursday night. Yeah. He's hanging out with Culture. And they were eating next to me, and I introduced myself, and I ended up guarding his gear half the damn night. It was hilarious, man.
Well, hey, I felt like we were kind of guarding that table too, because I felt like if we ever left that area, we'd never have
We'd never get it back.
It was jammed in
he
there.
brought some really expensive gear with him,
fun.
guys. He brought a lot of nice video and audio equipment with him.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure it didn't get stolen from him. You know what I mean? So
I was hoping that between Brahma and I, we get more footage. The problem is you end up talking. We talked to Joe. I think we talked to Joe like the whole night intermittently as we were moving around talking to everybody else. You could not move 5 feet without talking to somebody. It was the most unique thing, and we had so much fun. And I highly encourage everyone to get together to meet each other if you can make it happen. It is a uniquely wonderful experience. So and I am terrible with names and faces, but if you spend a whole night hanging out with me, I'll remember.
There you go. Yeah. And he was very gracious to me. I loved hanging out with you, man. Brahma's cool as hell too. His wife's birthday is today. That's why he's not here tonight. So
Brahma's is awesome, dude. I have yet to meet somebody who disappoints me. Right? Yeah. Everybody's just amazing. I mean, I got to hang out with Wes in Vegas. Wes is one of my old school tube friends, right? We got together early and started doing stuff, and I always feel like it's old home week. I'll meet you for the first time and feel like I know you. And that's the other weird thing is that's the cool thing about the chat too, because we're all chatting back and forth with each other and everything all the time, and we're interacting with the channel and all that, and you put a face to a name, and it's incredible. And wow, Justifier Jim just went.
He just went sideways on us, Jimmy. You went sideways, bro.
That's awesome. That's rad. He's on a whole other plane of existence than us.
Jimmy, can you hear me, man?
Oh, no.
He's gone.
I can mirror.
He's on a phone, guys. He doesn't have a computer. So
that's fine. No, but it was like I said, we all get to feel like we know each other. So when we actually meet each other, it's like the same, and like what's really funny is the first time I actually got a chance to talk to Ironcaster, it was on a cell phone while I was driving Jed to the meetup in Arizona. So it's bonkers, and I love being able to meet people. So if you do get the opportunity, and you can get a cheap hotel and you can have a couple of meals, cheaply and all that. It is 100% worth meeting everybody. I promise.
Yeah, I was telling the folks earlier before you got here, Culture, that Jim and I play video games together. We're friends in the real world, and 5 years ago, we went up to his part of DC and took him out to dinner, me and my wife. So not only do we play video games together, we've actually met in real life. I was doing meetup stuff way before we ran into each other in Dallas, man. I try to do it in real life all the time. I agree with you. It's fun to do.
It's amazing.
So Ironcaster, how you doing tonight, man?
I am doing good. I've got my shower in. I've got myself ready to go for tomorrow. Look, it's Monday, but I'm ready to make the most of it.
I hear you, brother. Yeah, he guys, he was on the broadcast. He was part of the crew that got me over 100. It was on Nick Weiser's what was it? 58, I think was the episode of Comic Shop Talk. Yeah. Hang on, let me bring this goofball in here real quick. What's up, Comics? How
Hey,
are you,
guys.
brother?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm doing great, dude. I was just telling him about the night I actually got over 100. Ironcaster was there, and it was on Nick Weiser's Comic Shop Talk.
Yeah,
nice.
And
Which-
they
that's a-
they
that-
really gave me a push because I started the night with like 89 people, and by the time I was done, I had 104.
That's
And,
fantastic, man.
Yeah, it was cool night. It was a cool night. How's your day going, buddy?
Good, good. I finished off a Lego build today, so that's what I'm.
Nice.
Ah, very cool. I didn't expect to see you. I figured you'd still be down in Houston.
No,
Probably.
I drove back last night, so I got home like around 1 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
that was fun.
Man,
I mean,
wow.
it was legit fun. The the panel was great. Both panels, they had a YouTuber panel which had Nick
Yep.
Cicada and everybody, and then there's the
That was
FNT panel.
amazing, man. I tell you what, the funnest thing I saw out of there was when Ripa saw the two girls that were cosplaying as his character.
Yeah, that was
What's
freaking
her name?
awesome.
Yaira or something like that?
Yeah.
Wow. That I mean, he's. I'm so happy for that guy. I hope that that we can all the guys that are trying to get in the business can ride his wave that he started. Because I mean, there's other guys, fellas,
lots of them.
that are doing independent stuff, but Ripa has really shined a light on it and let people know that, hey, there are other things out here, I mean, guys like Ethan Van Shriver have been doing it for a while, and God, what's that girl's name? Mandy Summers, something like that. I can't
Yeah,
remember
Mandy
her name.
Summers. Yeah,
Oh,
And,
what is Mandy working on?
she just got done with her. She's on her second campaign for Jack the Ripper, right? The second book of Jack
Right,
the Ripper
right,
series. And
right. Didn't she
she's
do
been-
Pirate Girl too?
Yeah, yeah,
Something
she
like
did. Yeah, she did the yeah, she got that.
I haven't seen
Man.
Mandy post anything on Twitter in a while. I completely forgotten about her.
No, man.
really?
Well, that's
Yeah.
yeah. She's been crushing it with her books and everything and her campaigns. She's been doing really well. Multiple. I mean, she's still got that. What is it? Hardcore Pornosaur is still out there. You can get that on Amazon still. She's got a lot of stuff out there.
There's also
I was
Gem Shock.
watching. I was watching
Yeah.
Jinja Ninja earlier today. I
Ginger
think.
Ninja's awesome, dude.
Didn't you guys post him on Throwdown?
Yeah, he's
one
gonna
day?
be on. I believe later this week. Yeah,
Is he?
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, and
all right.
not only that. I mean, we got to meet him in person. He came from Japan to meet us in Vegas.
I think he said he's going to Orlando. I
Yeah,
think he's
that's going to be
Orlando.
great. I can't. He is a cool dude. He really is. That's
Yeah.
a long flight for him. Crap.
Yes,
That
man.
is pretty long.
God,
he's
I'd
in
have to be
Japan,
sedated
guys.
if I
We
ever
don't
had
know
to
where
fly
he's
that
at,
much.
but- Yeah, that's crazy. But I was Ironcaster was there. Let's see who else was there. Ironcaster Clobby was there. Kid named Dragon Master 360, I think is his name. Was that
Yep.
his name?
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Yeah, really young. He's like high school young. Yeah.
Like 17, I believe.
But
Yep.
yeah, I'm seeing him pop up everywhere in the chats.
Yep, he's all over the place. But yeah, they were all there that night, and of course, you had given me a shout out after the meetup comics, and that's when Nick got wind of the fact that I was doing the comic book, and he brought me on there, and he got me over the hump, man. So
Good deal.
that's why I invited all you guys. I mean, you're all guys that inspire me, and I'm not a member of very many of these things, but I'm a member on Comics Division's thing. He's always been really good to me, and I just dropped Ricada's because Ricada, he doesn't need my money. He's got plenty. And
That's true.
I
He
think-
is the grift master.
he is the
He
grift
is.
master. Yes,
Mhm.
he is. Has he made a video yet? Because I saw him tweet
No,
last
he's
night. He's been suspended.
been suspended, and
But it was only supposed to be 7 days.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
in
saw
his
him tweet
8th day.
last night. Thanks a lot, Team YouTube. F you. I'm day 9 into my 7-day suspension. But anyway, I'm wondering when he's going to be back on.
Yeah, no, that's I wish I got a chance to ask him what he got suspended for.
Well, I was going back through his tweet history, and it looked like, I think the quote was something, some purveyance of violence or something like that, and he said it was total trash. That it was they don't even read their own rules or something like that. So, you know,
he's like writing like a Civil War letter, like, "Dear Susan, it has been 9 days since you have improperly expelled me from YouTube."
well, you know, Nick, he don't care, man. He's ridiculous. That guy right there. He I used to watch him at work quite a bit, but I'm tending to go more towards guys like Wes with the smaller channels, trying to help them out. I've been hanging out in those, trying to get into conversations with them, because they're more on my level, trying to, you know, lift everybody up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been trying to do here lately. Because Nick don't need my help. He's got plenty of people.
Well,
So-
you say that now with him being suspended and all.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, he'll
He's
be
still-
back.
he's
You
still
know
a
he's
good
going to
watch.
bounce back bigger than ever.
Oh
man.
yeah, he will.
Guy's nuts, man. And I saw he was on the panel with you.
Yeah,
Wasn't he sitting up there with you at
yeah,
Montessori?
he was.
Oh wow, man, that's just awesome. I loved it. I loved
Yeah,
it.
we're teasing him a lot about being a band, and you know, one of the big things with being on YouTube or wanting to be a content creator or whatever is that you do need to be on other platforms, not just YouTube, because when you do get something happens, you do get a strike or whatnot, you need to have that backup to where, you know, you can still put out your content.
Right, and I've started memberships on Rumble, Odyssey, and Locals. I think those are the three other ones. I haven't done BitChute yet. I haven't done that one yet. But about the only thing I've done on BitChute was watch that 2000 Mules movie. That's about all I've
Is that
done
on
over there.
BitChute or is that on Rumble?
Huh?
I said, was that on BitChute or Rumble? I thought it was on
I
Rumble.
watched it on BitChute. A friend of mine
okay.
sent me a link to it on BitChute. But it might have been on Rumble too.
No, I know it's on Rumble. I had it queued
Rumble-
up to watch it. I never got an opportunity to do it.
Oh, you didn't?
Rumble,
It's good, man.
Rumble. I'm automatic on Rumble, automatic on Odyssey. Wes has been diversifying his content forever.
Yeah.
Which for good reason. I mean, good Lord. And
How many channels have you burned through so far, Wes? Just one?
Yeah.
Well,
Poor
when
guy.
they nuked the main channel, they also nuked 2 of my sub channels. So gotta be three dead
Yikes.
channels.
Wow.
Man.
which
Yeah, Justifier Jim, if you think about becoming a YouTuber, just remember it's like walking on eggshells sometimes. You got to watch what content
Well,
you're putting out there.
I don't think you need to completely watch what you're doing, but what you need to do is, like I said, you need to make sure you diversify where you put your stuff. And if you want to talk about something a little more controversial that YouTube's not gonna appreciate, you know, that's what Rumble and, you know, Odyssey are for.
Yeah,
and
go
BitChute.
over there, right, and do it
Yeah.
there. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. But
I think part of what put a target on my back was the fact that I would ride right up to the line. I'm just that type of dude.
Mhm.
And I did beat 7 of the 11 strikes they gave me till they stopped overturning them. And I think they you know, it was just a case of ego on the part of someone at YouTube.
Ugh,
That's fine.
Sadly,
fun
that seems to
time.
be the case, right?
unbelievable. Well, it's just, you know, the size of the platform, I think, is the big problem. I don't even think they know how to control it at this point. It's so big. And it sure seems like you get more action out of those people if you blow something up on Twitter than you do right here. You know, it's very strange.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Well, it's the only mega platform that's working right now. But again, there are other places to go that are growing all the time, including Odyssey. I'm still a big fan of Odyssey.
Mhm.
Still a big fan of you know, Rumble. You know, the problem is now I can't even log into my Rumble, so I don't know how.
Did you log into your Rumble?
I can't. If I forgot my password or something, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
That happened to me on mines.
Wrong password. Yeah,
My
mine's.
God, culture.
I know.
That's all right. It'll be okay. You'll figure it out one of these days, buddy.
Yeah,
no
I'll just
problem.
reset it or something, I guess. But,
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Alt tech is key. There's just no getting around it. You got to have alt tech. So.
Well, I've heard of people simulcasting, and I just don't know
This
what's
dude-
entailed in that.
That's what. Yeah, I know that Wes does it, and I do it as well. I've been simulcasting to Odyssey and my website, which is not live, mainly just for testing purposes.
Right.
But yeah, we'll be offering that very soon.
Yeah.
Because we want to offer like a pre-show or after show. Sorry, where we could talk about things we can't talk about on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I totally think that that's a great thing to do. Like I said, I'm just getting started. I love that subscribe star thing. It's just I don't know that a lot of people know about that.
Yeah, it's a pain. I mean, you definitely have to advertise it. It's like anything. If you want to monetize, that's not through YouTube because you haven't hit 1,000 yet, right?
No.
You have to use something like either Ko-fi or Subscribestar.
Yeah, I who was it I gave to Ko-fi? It was who had a celebration one a couple of weeks ago. Sir Talks a Lot, and I gave him a couple of dollars on Ko-fi. That's the first time I had seen that one. I had never seen it before. But one thing that I am doing with my Subscribe Star, I'm working on this book, and Just Fire Jim there has known me for a decade. He'll tell you I've been writing this for more than 20 years. Okay. And I just here last few years, I had it up on Facebook so people could see it. Well, I'm in the middle of taking all that and putting it behind that paywall and Subscribe Star because this little voice in the back of my head, it's Heath Ledger's Joker telling me, if you're good at something, never do it for free. So I'm moving it all over there.
That's the thing. It's like, we're in a capitalist society, and if there's nothing wrong with asking people to pay for something, right?
No, not at all. No.
Especially when it's a book or something, something that you're sinking money into. You got to get that stuff back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm working towards. I was just talking to my wife about this. She was really excited to see what's going on with this. You guys all saying you'd come on. She was really excited about it, and she and I talked. And once I start making money on this, I'm gonna once I start making about the same as I do on my my regular job, which isn't anything compared to what I used to make at the factory. But once I do, I'm going to go ahead and quit that and just do this full time. And at that point, it should avalanche after that once I'm putting 100% into it. You know what I mean?
Just make sure you have a backup plan, because that's the one thing that Gary talks about, which is absolutely spot on, is that this could all come crashing down at a moment's notice.
Yeah, that's why I haven't quit my job. I'm not going to do that.
Well, it's also the reason why I encourage people to build a website and have content there, because if people really enjoy your content and they're not just subbing to sub, they'll follow you to another platform just in case, right?
Right.
Obviously, it's a lot easier when it comes to a discovery standpoint with YouTube and these other platforms, because it's they just make it very convenient to find whatever you're talking about, especially if it's like a movie that just came out or current events or whatnot. But definitely have a backup, because you can, Alex Jones has kind of proved, even though they canceled him off all these platforms, he still has his website, and he's actually doing a lot better than he did before.
Yeah. And it's almost like a badge of honor with him at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, obviously he made a calculated decision when he took his company into bankruptcy, as to make sure he still keeps all of the stuff together, and obviously gives himself a little bit of financial protection from the lawsuits he's about to get smashed with.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so funny. When he went into bankruptcy, I heard people going, yeah, it's so great. We beat him. I'm like, you didn't beat anything. That guy's just reorganizing. I don't know if you guys even understand what he's doing.
Restructuring the debt.
Exactly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, man. I don't know about you guys, but I've been on welfare with 3 kids before. When I was a bartender between bar jobs, it was like that sometimes, and I didn't feel bad doing it, because I wasn't going to stay on it forever. I served my country in the military for 3 years. So, I didn't feel bad doing it, but my point being is, you're right. You do have to have a backup plan. And,
I've been on unemployment a couple times where I lost my job, and unfortunately didn't have anything lined up.
Yep.
And that definitely helped me through like a rough patch.
Yep. For sure. But anyway, Ironcaster, what are you up to these days? What are you putting out there, man?
Well, actually, today I've been working on some stuff for a some new streams I wanted to start doing. Starting tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
I just kind of feel that I've been drawing myself more towards wanting to talk about the more positive stuff. It's like we can all only complain about Marvel the current Marvel movies so many times.
Right, there's some pros at that, right?
Exactly, and it is a packed field. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to do it because it's fun to go on streams and talk about how I don't like this movie, I don't like that, but I want to talk about some stuff I like. I want to talk with other people about the things they like retro games or the latest in comic books or Pokemon. I mean,
yep.
Yeah, you definitely have to find a balance between pointing out the insanity and basically pointing out the good stuff too, right? You got to celebrate the good stuff that's out there.
Yeah, you do. One of the best YouTubers I know, she's got a what is it? Is it Wednesday or Thursday that Nina Infinity does that positive show of hers?
Right, Fridays.
Is it Fridays? No, I think it's in the middle of the week, more towards the middle.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's like Wednesday or Thursday. But she gets on there and talks about everything positive she can, man. It's pretty cool. I enjoy her stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wanting to do. And as I've been starting to discover some new things for myself, I wanted to try to bring some more people in to do that with. So, maybe just kind of send out different invites during the week and see if someone wants to talk about things. I figured Monday's a good day because, hey, everyone always says, partially thanks to Garfield, oh, Monday's the worst day of the week. No, let's make it good. Let's find some good stuff. Make Monday like the best day of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a challenge, but
it's going to be a big challenge. Nobody wants to do anything on Monday, man. Good luck with that. Yeah, man, it's been fun. I'm trying to learn and watch and see what you guys are doing. And like I said, I'm tending to hang a little bit more with the smaller channels. I've been watching a lot of let's see, who is it? Nick, that Toxic Tuesday show. Yeah. I love that show. That is fantastic.
Nick Weiser's awesome.
That 70s rock fan. Yep. I wish he was here tonight. He has invited me on his channel more than anybody else. Yeah. I missed a Creedence Clearwater Revival thing that he did that was awesome. And it's simply because I didn't know he did it so early in the day. He starts these things at like 4:00 on a Monday, And so I was at the gym with my wife, but we have since reshuffled our stuff because he keeps asking me on. I did that Zardoz show with him, last Monday, I think.
Yeah, a week ago.
And it was a lot of fun. That that movie's crazy. I rented it on Amazon. Have you guys seen this thing? It's Sean Connery in the meme banana hammock and bandoleros, and everything. And oh my God, it's hilarious. But I mean, wow. It's like Logan's Run on acid. It's a trip. That
I've actually never seen it.
It's John Borman who made the definitive Excalibur, the definitive King Arthur movie, if you ask me. That's the measuring stick for King Arthur stories, if you ask me. And he also made Deliverance. He made some great movies. John Borman's a great director. And but that one right there, wow. He needed to put the bong down when he was making that thing. Or drop the LSD or something. I mean, my gosh, that thing was crazy, man. I mean, it's good. It's got some, and it's class struggle kind of thing. There's an elite bunch of people living in a dome and everybody else is fighting each other over resources on the outside. It's, but it's 70s. So all the tech in it is just silly as all get out stuff. So,
Well, the funny part is Sean Connery in a banana hammock.
Yes, my gosh, Sean. And what's funny is he took that part because he was struggling after leaving Bond. He just wasn't getting parts, you know. It was like nobody wanted him. But yeah, and he's Sean in it. I don't think that guy acts. You know, he's just Sean Connery in everything he does. He's kind of like Harrison Ford. He's a presence, like John Wayne. You know, there's certain guys that just don't act. You know?
John Wayne is what was it? Attila the Hun.
Attila the Hun.
Yeah. Well, come on, man.
Slow down there, Pilgrim. This is Hun territory.
Yeah, I look. There are certain actors, they don't need to have any kind of range because they are that charismatic. They are that electrifying.
You just gotta make sure you put them in the right part.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, come on, Sean Connery is Bond forever, right?
Yes,
I mean,
always.
And you know, you get a pick of early Bonds, right? You know, and here's this is probably blasphemy for humans, right? But I'm a Connery guy when it comes to Bond. And I've had this discussion before.
But you're okay. How is being a Sean Connery guy is for Bond blasphemy?
Because of who I'm going to put in second place.
Okay.
It's not Roger Moore.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I wouldn't put Roger Moore in second place either.
Yeah, neither would I.
I'm guessing Pierce.
It's not Dalton either.
Pierce Brosnan.
It's not Pierce.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel
it's
Craig.
Not Craig.
What?
What's
Lazenby?
Lazenby was the best Bond.
That's not that controversial.
No,
Yeah, it was Connery, Lazenby. If Lazenby had done the role 2 or 3 more times, do you know the story about that?
Yeah, but I
wasn't
forgot.
he a male model? He'd never acted before or something.
Yeah,
like that?
and he was perfect. He was perfect for the role.
Mhm.
He's the one that decided that the fourth wall break would work, and the director at the time agreed with him. He was in a position to negotiate his next contract after finishing up his film, right, which was the only time up to that point where Bond had an actual romance go to fruition. He married the girl, and he wanted way more money than Cubby was going to pay him. And so he told Cubby Albert Broccoli, to fuck himself. That was it.
Wow. Wow.
So, yeah.
Way to mess up the gravy train, bro. What the hell?
This guy he'd been doing completely different type of work, you know, and he didn't care, but think about it. He moved better than any of the other Bonds. He was younger at the time when he started portraying the character.
Yeah.
His physical activity looked more reasonable. I mean, Sean Connery got more polished over time, but he had a different thing, and he would have been an excellent Bond for a couple of more films. But like you said, Connery's still number 1, Lazenby number 2.
Okay.
There's just I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think number 2 is Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce is my 3rd.
Yeah, well, I think he's number 2. I always thought when he was on Remington Steele, he needed to be James Bond,
and he was supposed to be.
I know he was. Yeah.
His schedule moved. Yeah, that's a long story too. That one.
Yep.
Yeah, but
NBC wouldn't let him out of his contract, right?
Well, they wouldn't work around his contract, or they wouldn't work around the shooting schedule that was required for the Bond film.
Mm-hmm.
Right. More than anything, they just didn't want him to go off to a different show or to become a film star and lose him as their titular or primary character.
Oh yeah, he was the main guy on TV at the time. Yep. Yeah, I remember that well.
Stephanie Zimbalist was smoking, but she wasn't going to carry that show.
No. My favorite Bond movie growing up was Thunderball, just because of the spear gun fight underwater. That shit was badass. And when GoldenEye came out, that became my favorite one. And now, funny enough, a guy I don't even think ranks in the top 3 James Bonds is my favorite one, and it's probably my age. I think Skyfall is one of the greatest ones they ever made. I love Skyfall, man. That scene where she what poet is is it Tennyson she's quoting?
Dame Judi Dench.
Right. And that whole scene where the bad guy comes to kill her is just awesome. I love that scene, man. I could watch that on a loop. There's certain things I could watch on a loop, and that's one of them right there. That one gets me every time. I love it.
Anything with Daniel Craig attached to it and Bond, I just felt wasn't Bond anymore. See, that's where they turned the corner, right? They turned the corner with Casino Royale, which I thought was an incredible film, right?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
but that's where you saw the shift, right? To shaky cam, parkour, Jason Bourne stuff. It went from Bond to Bourne.
Well, they were trying to get back to the Sean Connery toughness of the thing because they knew they had screwed up with the last Brosnan one. They weren't going to bring him back because they CGI'd him right out of existence. I mean, when he was sitting there holding that friggin' parachute when he was going down the friggin' avalanche with the whatever that housing for the engine on that thing he was on, I was like, come on, guys, you're going.
You didn't
too
like
far.
space lasers?
Come on, bro.
Oh, that was we already had that. We had Moonraker.
Yeah, Moonraker had space lasers, but this was off the chain.
Well, and
I
we
mean,
also had
space
Jaws
lasers
and Jaws'
surfing at the same
girlfriend.
time.
Right?
Yeah, Jaws is one of the only villain characters to return twice, right? The what do you call them? The underlings to the boss. I forget. There's a name for that.
Yeah.
Henchman.
Henchman.
Thank you,
Yes,
Jim.
henchman.
Jim rolls in there. Well done.
Henchman, Mook,
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Underling.
he was great.
Job.
The Jaws was really good, and that was kind of fun. But yeah, Odd Job was really good. Remember Odd Job with that top hat?
Yeah.
Cutting things off with his hat. Yep.
I mentioned him for a reason.
Yeah. Yep. Jaws. Craziness. But anyway, I really think that Pierce Brosnan was the second best. I like Skyfall as my favorite James Bond movie, and the worst James Bond movie to me was Moonraker. I think that was the worst one ever made.
I love
Moonraker.
I watched that as an adult, and I'm like, this movie's awful.
It is horrible.
Okay.
That movie is horrible. So
look, Moore got back on track after that, but I don't know if he ever recovered.
For Your Eyes Only was good,
Yeah.
but after that, they turned him into a clown, man. The one with Christopher Walken in it. The one where he was actually dressed as a clown. What was it, Octopussy?
That was Octopussy.
Yeah, where he dressed up as a clown at the end of it. Yikes.
What was the only Bond movie that wasn't a Bond movie?
That wasn't
the one with
Bond
Connery?
movie?
Yeah.
Russia Loves Love.
No,
Never Say Never Again.
You mean one that wasn't made by the Broccoli family?
Never
Say Never Again.
It was not made by the EOS. Was not made by Broccoli.
Never Say Never
Yeah,
Again.
Never Say
and
Never
it
Again.
actually was a remake of
From Russia with Love.
From Russia with Love.
Thunderball.
I can't talk. Don't mind me.
Thunderball. It was a remake.
Oh, you're
of
right. It was
Thunderball.
a remake of Thunderball. You're right.
Oh, was it
Same bad
Thunderball?
guy?
I thought it
Yes.
was
and
Russia with
twice
Love.
over. Yeah,
absolutely.
And
Domino
over.
was the girl.
That's right.
No, not Domino. I can't remember the girl's name, but it was the same girl, same bad guy. It was just it took place in a different place.
Well,
that's all.
Consider that there was also a Bond film that was made before as something different. It was like a spoof parody. It was called Casino Royale.
Casino Royale, named after the first novel, and it had oh my God, the guy from David Niven.
Yep.
Played Bond, and Peter Sellers was the guy that everybody thought was Bond in that movie.
Yep.
Yeah. That I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm an old school Bond fanatic, so yeah.
There
I've
you
seen
go.
him.
All right.
Well, I think I told comics one night when I was in the chat that I actually carry a Walther. That's my gun.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Those little things are all right.
Hey, man, they're accurate.
I believe you.
You know why they're accurate? Because they don't have a floating barrel. The barrel is actually welded to the pistol grip. It does not float.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a very accurate gun. That's why he carries it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hey, all I know is it works for him. It works in the films. It's great.
Sure.
And he can say it. But beyond that, unfortunately, I have to dip out. I got a little bit of prep time.
I was going to say, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up here pretty quick because I don't want to step on Culture's show.
You've got an hour. I'm just giving myself some prep time. I choked down some dinner. I need to go jump in the shower. You know how it is. So
let me tell you something, sir. I am not stepping on your toes. I'm going to be
out
of here by 10. And I'm going to be out of here in half an hour.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Don't cut it short on my account. Congratulations on 100, my friend. Celebrate every one of these milestones. Trust me, They are the rungs on the ladder you have to cling to, because there's a fight between each one of them. I promise you, and it's worth it. But it's a
I
fight.
appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
Tell them where they can see you. What's the name of the show you're going to?
I have a YouTube channel. You can see me here at Culture Casino. I'm in a lot of places. It's just always Culture Casino. But anyway, check it out later tonight if you're interested. Random thoughts, random panelists, random topics. It's a fairly random show called Late Night Culture. It's going to be streaming directly against Comics' member stream, which I think starts.
No, we moved it to next weekend.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
Well,
I wouldn't
excellent.
even be doing this if he was doing a member stream. That's why I did it tonight. Yep.
All right. Well, very good.
But I'm gonna make sure I don't step on you, bro.
No, don't. You guys are so great, but don't ever worry about that. Comics lecture him on not worrying about stepping on people.
Well,
yeah, dude, it's a big YouTube.
It's impossible.
I understand that. But here, look, you guys have helped me. I'm going to try not to.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to have a choice someday. Just don't ever feel guilty about it. But I'm going to dip out. Thanks for letting me on. It's a great honor. Again, anytime you have these, it's important to celebrate them. So well done, and we will see you soon. Love y'all.
I appreciate it.
Culture,
Take care, buddy.
Later.
Yeah, Culture's a great
there goes
guy.
my
I
big brother.
had such a good time. I don't know if he told you about this, Comics, but when we first got to that meetup, I was the only one in there with like 2 other people eating dinner at 4:00 in the afternoon. I had a hotel room right around the corner, so I just walked over. I mean, literally right around the corner from the place. My wife had gotten for me, and Brahma come walking in, right, and I didn't recognize him. Okay. When he said, he sat
Why?
down
Because
at the
he
table.
had like a
right
bunch of
next to
bourbon
me.
behind him, or
No, I just didn't recognize him. I didn't know him like I know you and Culture. And right after he came in, Culture comes walking up and sits down at the table with him. I said, okay, I knew that guy from somewhere. He's been on that Thursday night show with Comics. and so I introduced myself to him, and I ended up guarding we all were. We were keeping an eye on the table, first of all, so we'd have a place to stand, because you know how crowded that place got.
Oh yeah.
And then he had brought a bunch of streaming equipment with him, some nice video equipment, and I wanted to make sure nothing happened to it. So I stayed pretty close to that table all night. But that's when I first met those two, and had a ball, man. I had a ball, and you guys really. I started getting a schedule going and started becoming consistent with it. And tonight I'm doing this, and I'm actually going to do my video game play starting. I play video games for 3 hours, midnight to 3 on Twitch on Sunday nights, or Sunday into Monday morning, Monday morning into Tuesday morning, just to keep my body clock right, because I work from 10 to 6 in the morning. Right. And I'm going to start doing that here starting tonight. And this was part of it, because I wanted to play with this. This is the first time I've used StreamYards, so I'm playing with it. I found out earlier I was running a video, and I didn't have the sound box checked. So so I'm sitting there putting out video and nothing there, So, but anyway, I will figure it out. But we're gonna start wrapping it up, guys. Wes, are you still there, man, or did you disappear completely? All right, why don't you tell everybody where you're gonna be?
Oh, well, you can find me on Whatevercast, youtube.com/whatevercastofficial. Talk about current events, pop culture, and whatever the heck I want to. So hope to see you there.
I hope you guys go check him out, because Whatevercast, they get into some good discussions. Comics, you'd love what they're talking about over there, man. It's a lot of fun, especially when, what's his name? Commander Ed shows up. Oh my gosh, the chat goes crazy when that guy gets on there.
Lots of good history stuff there.
Yep, absolutely. Ironcaster, tell us what's up with you, man.
Hey, so yeah, tomorrow I'll be tomorrow about 5:30 Eastern. I'll be on my channel streaming the first of what I'm calling the Positivicast. This was a terrible name I came up with, but I'm sticking with. And I'm gonna have on Pablo of Geek Topology, or Midnight Judge Espanol. You probably seen him in a few places, and we're gonna talk about Pokemon.
Okay, cool.
Fridays I'm on Nick Weiser's, where we're doing the comics, the Friday night comic shop talk.
Yep.
Show.
What was it you did this week? It was I think it was the
Nova.
first 4 issues of Nova. That was pretty
Yep.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
It was something I wasn't quite sure how well that was going to be received because we're going to do about another 2 weeks of it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm just like, I'll be glad to say I was wrong. Like people were more excited to hear about Nova than I thought.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a
And then
popular
finally-
character in the comic book. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then finally Saturday, I'm on T-shirted historians for the Weekend Geek.
Okay, sounds good. Jimmy, tell them what you're working on, man.
So currently I'm working on a story called the Justifiers. I'm reworking it. It's something I've been working on since I was 8 years old. Kind of lost the passion for it in high school up until recent years. But just seeing the state of where comics are now and media in general with the superhero genre, and seeing how other people are kind of stepping and making waves like Ripa, it's kind of inspired me to get going again and try to, put my stuff out there.
That's good, man. That's good. He's also co-hosting my comic book stream I do at 4:00 in the afternoon on the weekends. Do it Saturday and Sundays. And I appreciate him being there. We're actually, if you guys want to hear what a little bit of our history together, August 13th, is that what you guys decided we're doing it on? Saturday
Yeah, I
the
think
13th?
so. Yeah.
At 4:00. That's going to be a special show. We're going to get together a bunch of guys that aren't YouTubers on here. They're old members of a league called Mythology on the game DC Universe Online. And we used to have a website. We wrote several epic stories as open role plays. What we did was we had a story going, and if you wanted to write in the story, as long as you didn't mess with what happened before it, and or kill off one of the characters without telling them or stuff like that, you could write whatever you wanted. And we wrote some epic, like end game Marvel type stories, man. It was really cool, and that's part of what's going in my comic book. If this comic book takes off, then I'm going to be talking to all those guys about getting their characters in that book and put Mythology out there where people can see the kind of fun we used to have. I mean, it was a special time. That league was around for about 6 years when DC Universe first started going, and we had a ball. We really did. Comics, tell them where you're at, man, and then I'm going to show them some of the stuff I'm working on, and we'll get out of here.
Oh, good Lord. You can find me over on Twitter at Comics Division, along with YouTube, which is just Comics Division. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as what I'm working on, I've been working on a video for like 3 weeks now, kind of talking about what's going on with the Dutch farmers and, where things are going with the food supply. And I think that people should be kind of concerned about that.
And they should be. Absolutely. Jim, if you don't follow these guys, you need to follow all of them, especially comics. He's got his finger on what's going on behind the scenes. And you really need to be ready for anything that's coming, man. They do a lot of prepping talk, if you know what that is. That's when you get yourself a freeze dryer, man, and put some food away. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
I've actually used it quite a bit last week, so it's been interesting. It's definitely been a learning experience because big tip for freeze dryers: make sure you cut all the fat off. If not, you're going to have a hell of a time freeze drying.
Wow, really?
Yeah, fat does not freeze dry very well.
Wow. Okay, that's a good tip to know. You heard it here first, folks. All right. Well, I want to show you guys here what goes on that Tuesday show, or excuse me, the weekend show with Jimmy. We go out there and we do. We talk about comics while I'm working on my artwork for the comic book. Now, when I first showed you these comics, they were just digital pictures. Well, they're actual posters now. That's my drawing. That's my drawing board. I ordered, oh my gosh, how many of these did we order a piece? We spent $225, and it was, I want to say it was 60 a piece. Or I'm not sure. But each one, we got a bunch, and I know I'm trying to think. I'm going to sell them for $20 a piece at you see the trailer going underneath the crawl on the bottom of the screen. That has to do with GeekCon. That's where these are going to be available at. I'm going to sell them for $20 a piece, and $30 a piece with my signature. I really am enjoying the process. If you guys get a chance, go check out those streams. They're up. You can watch them anytime you want. What I'm doing is I'm actually documenting, plotting the pages, and then I'm doing the digital work away from the stream, because I tried streaming my digital work once and I did it straight from the pad, and it was like the most boring thing in the world. My wife said it's all it is lines magically showing up on the screen, so I'm gonna have to work on that if I want to stream that in the future. But the Comic-Con it's going to be at is, let me pull that up real quick. Let's see. GeekCon in Shreveport, which is close to Barksdale Air Force Base. Its big claim to fame is, first of all, we're number 3 on the nuclear target list, because this is where the B-52s fly out of. And
that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, I don't worry about a nuclear war, brother. If it happens, guess what?
He won't know.
I won't even know. I'll look at Rhonda and go, "What was that flash, baby?" And it'll be over.
What was that?
But I say number 3 because number 1's Washington, number 2 is NORAD, and we're number 3 because us and Minot, North Dakota, because that's where the B-52s fly out of. But the other claim to fame of it is this is where Bush first addressed the nation on 9/11 when he was flying back from Florida. I'll never forget that day, because a friend of mine that I bartended with for several years, he called me on the phone, and we're all huddled around the TV. Everybody was watching that day, and it was about 11 o'clock, and he called me. He said, "Joe, you'll never believe what just happened over here." And he lived on the north side of the base from me. I live on the south side of it. I said, "What?" He goes, "Man, Air Force One just came over treetop level over my house with about 3 F-15s in tow." I said, "What?" And sure enough, he was on TV 20 minutes later. I was like, "Son of a bitch, this is crazy." But anyway, this is the fan GeekCon that's going on in Shreveport Bossier. The headliners basically is the male cast of Scream. Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and what's that other guy's name?
Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy, yeah. I think Sam Jones just decided he's going to come back too.
Matthew Lillard is great, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. They got him here as Shaggy in the picture, but him, Skeet Ulrich, and Jamie Kennedy. There's several others. I'm looking forward to seeing Michael Golden there. Go ahead.
I hope someone goes up to him and says they loved him in The Mask.
Matthew Lillard?
One. Yeah.
No, Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy.
I tell Matthew Lillard I love them in SLC Punk.
Yeah.
That's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yep. Ron Howard's brother's going to be there. Plenty Howard. Jeff Daniels going to be there? Oh my gosh. Have you seen the trailer for that? Yeah,
it looks god awful.
It does look god awful. Oh my gosh. Why would they even put this picture on there? Good Lord, no.
I didn't realize he played the caveman. That's funny.
Yep. Yeah, Jerry from The Walking Dead's going to be there. Dog the Bounty Hunter, if you're into that kind of.
Didn't he get canceled?
What?
I don't know. The girl from Twin Peaks, Cheryl Penn. Sam Jones was a late entry. He's coming back. He's been here before. But the guy I'm really looking forward to, there's a lot of voice actors and stuff. You got an MCU guy in there, whatever his name is, the guy that was a bad Hydra agent. He was on The Walking Dead too. I remember seeing him on there as a cop. But they have a bunch of voice actors. Where is he? I'm looking forward to seeing this guy, Michael Golden. If you never saw his comic book, The Nom, that he did for Marvel, it was his pet project.
Oh, he did Nom? No shit.
He did The Nom. Yes, he did.
Wow.
And the level of detail this guy puts in a drawing, it's like Ethan Van Shriver level stuff. It's just dynamite, man.
I don't mean to be distracted, but I'm highly disturbed by what happens when you take the testosterone supplement. I feel like I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I know that's.
Oh my God! Oh my God! No, go away!
You'll suddenly feel the urge to stack eggshells.
Watch me get dinged for that. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to this guy right here. And there's several AEW wrestlers going to be there too. Where are the wrestlers? The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes' eldest son, Dustin Rhodes, is going to be there. This guy, Darby Allin. If you're into wrestling, Darby Allin is one of the best up and coming stars there is. He's been mentored by Sting on AEW, and so it's going to be fun. If you're in the Shreveport Bossier area, you guys come on out, okay? And we're going to say goodnight from here on Joe's Atmosphere's channel. I hope you guys had a good time, and I want to thank each and every one of you for backing me all the way up past 100 and beyond. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm looking forward to watching all of us grow, helping each other out. So be good. And for those of you out there watching, thanks for coming. And until we meet again, you guys just keep on keeping on.
Good night.
Good night,
Night,
guys.
everybody.
Later.
Good night, everyone. Nice meeting you all.